You know, I haven't done a review of a fairly old game from the 2000s since my Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow re-review. Well, might as well see what's all the hubbub about Shadow of the Colossus. Nope, fuck that, playing the 2018 remake. Enjoy the show. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of Trash or Treasure. Tonight I'll be taking a look at Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus is an action-adventure game developed by Team Ico and published by Sony Computer Entertainment and was originally released for the PlayStation 2 back in 2005. Same year as this piece of shit. It would get an HD remaster in 2011 for the PlayStation 3, as well as a full from the ground up remake in 2018 for the PlayStation 4, developed by Bluepoint Games, who also developed the PS3 HD remastered version. Now, for this video, I will be using the 2018 remake, but I'll also give the original version some attention as well. And for the record, as you can tell, I'm playing the original off of the PC SX2 emulator. This game is also one of the few games that people actually call a masterpiece. Yeah, including by movie snobs who are often like, oh, video games can never be art, unlike proper films. Now excuse us while we go give a high rating to Teen Titans Go, the movie. But anyways, here's the real question. Is this game actually a piece of trash, or is it a worthwhile treasure? Let's find out. So the story of Colossus opens up with the main protagonist Wander and his trusty steed Agro entering a place called the Forbidden Lands while carrying the body of a maiden named Mono. Now unbeknownst to us, the players, Wander actually stole an ancient sword that is the only means to slay the Colossi. And after vanquishing a few shadow creatures, an entity who goes by the name of Dorman echoes from above, being quite surprised that Wander has the ancient sword. Now Wander begs Dorman to return Mono's soul to her body, which is possible if Wander kills the 60 Colossi. Now, from here, much like with Metal Gear Rising, the plot sort of halts a bit. Anything from here until I want to say Colossus number 12 could just be summed up as this. Anyways, after killing Colossus number 12, it is revealed that Wander is being pursued by Lord Emon. Now Dorman basically told Wander to hurry the fuck up and kill the 4 last Colossi before Emon and his men get to the Shrine of Worship. And after opening the gate to where the 16th and final Colossus, Malus, lies, Agro tosses Wander off her back where Agro then proceeds to fall into the water below. And side note, I actually got a glitch where I messed up with the collapsing bridge part and I respawned back at the shrine near the gate, only to discover that there's some sort of invisible wall. And it wasn't until I closed and restarted the game back up where the gate reappeared, and I then rested at the shrine just in case this happens again. Anyways, we then go face to face with the 16th Colossus Malus and fuck this boss. Seriously, his projectiles hit hard, and when they do hit you, which chances are they might, they can seriously stun you for a long ass time, meaning you would have to be forced to sit through watching Wander be on the ground for a good 30 seconds, get back up before attempting again. And fuck the climb, man. This is by far my least favorite thing about this guy. This is where the game's janky ass camera really makes itself known. Also, if you fall from this great of a height, pray that you land somewhere on Malus, because Jesus Christ, that fall could kill someone. Anyways, after killing Malus, Emon and his men show up at the shrine and see the last idol crumble. Wander shows up looking all possessed, so Emon told one of his men to basically kill Wander, which only ends up releasing the newly whole Dorman. Emon then cast the ancient sword Wander used into a small pool, which then summoned a pillar of light which consumes both Dorman and Wander. Emon and Co flee with the bridge collapsing behind them, forever isolating the Forbidden Lands from the rest of the world. and as the credits roll, Mono wakes up to see Agro limping into the temple with an injured hind leg, in which Mono follows Agro to the pool where Dorman and Water was cast into, only to see a male infant with horns on his head. Mono, the infant, and Agro head to a secret garden of the shrine as the credits roll, ending Shadow of the Colossus. So, that was the plot, and as you can tell, if you really do take your time with it, while it may be minimalistic on the surface, it does provide interesting questions and theories surrounding the game, much like with the Dark Souls games, before those were even a thing. But with the story done, let's move on to the gameplay. Colossus's gameplay has us in control of Wander from beginning to end, and the name of the game is run, ride aggro, find, fight, climb, and kill the Colossi, and die. Now, while this game is often described as an action-adventure game, there is a bit of puzzle-solving element to it. This is seen as early as the first Colossus you face, Valus. Now, before anyone asks if these are the official names, no, these are just some of the more popular fan-given names for the Colossi. The Colossus that actually provides this action puzzle approach the most, to me at least, would actually be the third one, that being Gaius, where you would have to try and provoke him by using your bow so he can slam down his sword on the plate, which thus breaks his brittle armor and allows you to climb and stab him in the belly and head. And in terms of other bits of gameplay, other than the Colossi, there's really not that much to do. I'm not kidding here, this game is all boss fights, with said boss fights serving as the levels themselves. Imagine Cuphead, but take out the regular levels and just leave the boss fights and remove the difficulty. Now let's talk about the control scheme for both the original and the 2018 remake. The remake knocks the original controls out by a long shot. You see, the original controls has you jump with triangle, call aggro with X, and roll by pressing R1 and triangle, while the circle button just does nothing. That's dumber than putting light and heavy attacks on R1 and R2. Luckily, the 2018 remake version gives us a more useful button layout while having the option to go back to the original controls. But overall, the general gameplay is pretty alright. Outside of the janky ass camera while fighting some of the Colossi, especially Malus, the gameplay is pretty good. Visually, this is basically night and day for the original and remake. You see, the max frames per second the original can run at is around 15 frames per second, and that is mostly because this game was pushing the PlayStation 2 to its absolute limit, while the HD remastered version on PlayStation 3 runs at around 30 frames per second, and the 2018 remake not only has improved visuals, but also runs at a buttery smooth 60 and supports 1080p resolution. Also, the remake has photo mode, meaning you can basically make your own wallpaper. Also, the PS2 version is infamous for having this obnoxious bloom effect, where I swear I felt like my eyes are going to melt. So overall, the visuals on the original looks a bit off, while the remake looks absolutely beautiful, oftentimes better than The Last of Us Remastered and God of War. Then again, it's The Last of Us Remastered and God of War, so you can only go up from those two games. OST wise, oh my god, this is quite possibly one of the best OSTs I have ever listened to in a video game. This OST is quite unique, because from what I can listen to, it goes the Dark Souls route, where the main themes are saved for the Colossi, and each of them are just so amazing to listen to. Not saying that the beginning and ending themes aren't good, trust me, they are amazing. Now, let's recap. The story is pretty great, gameplay, while at times can piss me off, is actually pretty damn fun. Visually, mainly the remake looks absolutely amazing, and the OST, I just love it to bits. So here are my closing thoughts. Overall, Shadow of the Colossus is definitely what I could consider a PlayStation 2 classic. From its unique approach to storytelling, unique gameplay, beautiful visuals for the remake, and a phenomenal OST, I can see why this is Jacksepticeye's all-time favorite game. It is with all that in mind, Shadow of the Colossus gets my score of a perfect 10 out of 10, with my seal of a certified cult classic PlayStation 2 game, now turned PS4 phenomenon. But as always, I want to know from you all. Did you play Shadow of the Colossus? If you did, what version did you play? And would you recommend it to a friend? Leave your answers and more down in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And while you're here, consider subscribing and turn on the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. As always, my social media links are down below. I've been Horror Kid, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.